So here we are. This is the Danish website for Mensa, the organization. It's in Danish, so I'll translate, but this one is what we want online for show test, meaning online for fun test. And that's what we're going to do, have some fun and solve some puzzles. So let's go. And we start out with an easy one. They are all red balls. The answer is going to be a red ball. And this looks like a flower. And it has 1, 2, 3 petals that are red, 1, 2, 3 that are green, 1, 2, and then 3 that would be blue. And the angle of it, we have this one as a possible answer. And that's actually the only possible answer because they have to be all together. So this one. And one line, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, and 3. And they mirror along the middle. So this one comes over here, these come over here, these come over here. Which would be G. Fairly sure about that. Okay, so what is this? So this would form, if we put all these together, it would form, we could close that shape with C. And it has to be C or E. And we already have E, and we have two of those, and then we would have 2 of those. And we have a grid, 1 dot, 3 dots, 2 dots, 1 dot, 3 dot, 2 dot, 1 dot, 3 dot, 2 dots, and it's left, 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 middle, 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 right, right, right. So that is B. Then we have this thing. There is 2 lines in each, and looks like they mirror along the middle one, which would be, we have that? All the way down, all the way to the center, H. And this is like the same sort of system as the other one, but now we have 2 red dots, except for the middle one. That is just 1 red dot, but it's clearly a system. If we draw lines, it mirrors along the 1 red dot in the center. It's like a clock, so it's like, could be this, could be that, could be this, and then it would be mirrored along here, so it would be identical to that, which would be F. There, that looks correct. And here we have 3 shapes on each line, so we would need a circle, and there's just 1 circle. And this one is deceptively simple, it looks like. These 2 are the same, and these 2 are sort of opposite, so it could just be 1 more of these, and we have that in H. So I'll say that because there's so little information. It's like it's the only pattern I can see of any kind. So let's do H. Feels okay. Okay, this is getting more complicated. There's a little sting there. So these ones are being added together, I think. If you put this one and this one, just squeeze them together, we get that. If we squeeze this one and this one together, we get that. If we squeeze a triangle towards a triangle, and then this from the other side, we would need just this to do that. And that is C. Fairly sure about that. that's actually 10 questions in less than 5 minutes. So maybe this is going really well. And here we have 3 shapes down there, 3 shapes down here, and it could be like a square down here as well. But why is the middle one not the same kind of shapes as these ones? That's because it's a mutator, I think. So this one, we stretch that along this because this is bigger, and we get a taller triangle, and we get a wider circle, becomes an oval shape if we do that, and if we do both we get a bigger square. And here it's 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, 3 line, 1 line, 2, 2, 3, and it could be 1. We have 3 ones that we can choose from in the answers. And which one? So it's not A because we already have one of A. So it could be C or H. Which one? None of these are angled sort of from the upper left to the lower right. None of these are not here are. And some of them are vertical. This one is vertical. This one is vertical. So it could be vertical. It could be H, but I think that makes sense. It's the only one that's not already represented, so it's H. And the flower one again with some petals that are traveling. This one is blue and red and green and yellow and red, green and yellow, green, yellow, and then red. So I'm thinking we need one with blue and red. I need one with blue and red. We have 2 of those. So which one? It's traveling around the flower. So it would be now here in this position, which is E. Okay. So this one looks much more, it doesn't look symmetrical in the same way as most of the others have sort of seemed. But in the top one, something's clearly going on because they all could be part, like this one could be part of that one except for the middle line, and it's the same one with this one. So they go together, the 3 ones. But this one, we have square and square, but then this is doesn't look like it goes with any of them. And it also doesn't, it shares this line with the top one, and it shares that line with this one, and it shares that line with this one. And we have sort of the arrow, and this arrow is turning the other way. No. What if it's... No, that doesn't make any sense. Could be a cancellation thing. If I just look at the top one isolated, if I look at this one isolated, I can draw the last one if I add these together, but then I make a rule that I cancel everything I already have. So I would cancel the middle one and then would be consistent with making that one. So if we do that and we say we add not these 2 but this one and this one, we do have the whole square around, we get that still. Then we get these ones, we get from that. We cancel the middle line, and then we take this one, and then we do get this line. So if we do that with this one, we would have a square all the way around. we have a couple of answers like that. We would get like that. So are we getting not an arrow, but we take this line and add this and this, so we get a triangle. I actually think that's pretty convincing. Like, I think that's like, at least that is a system in this that I think is consistent. So I believe that G is, I'm not completely sure, but I think, because like it's not D, could like 8, no. Like a lot of these seem like very off. So I think I'm taking G. And I don't think it's considered cheating to, you know, look at the options and see which one, you know, you can rule out. Maybe that is considered cheating, but I mean, what's going on here? This one's fairly easy. It's just an addition one. We add the two on the extremes together. So we add this arrow to that arrow, we get the middle one. We add this shape to that shape, we get the middle one. We add this arrow to D, we get that one. So that looks fairly easy. So we have in this line here in column A, we could say we have all the shapes. And we have all the shapes, and then we would have all the shapes here. So here they are small, the three shapes, here they are big, and I don't know what they would be here, because they're, but it would be a triangle on the outside, and then I'm just putting something inside. So these are small, these are big, these are also big, but they have something inside, and they would have, so it would be a triangle with a square inside, which is B. It's not C, right? Because we already have the square. So it is B because we need the triangle. It's just one red dot in the grid, and the dot is doing something. What is it doing? It's traveling around, looks like. Starts here, goes down, goes down, goes to the side, goes to the side, goes up to the side, and then it goes to the side. It's as if that's correct, we take an the only thing that annoys me about that is that we already have one, but I guess we have it already up here. But it's not like one of these with two in it. And we also have all the other ones we also already have. So I'm thinking F. This again looks like cancellation, like the one we did earlier. We draw this on top of that. That cancels this circle, cancels the circle, but leaves this because we are not messing with that. Then we take the square and the circle, draw it onto this, canceling the circle, canceling the square, which would leave us with this. So if we take the square and we draw it on here, and we just get the dot. We just get the dot, and actually you could also do it in a different way. You could add them on the vertical, and then that would give the same, and that, and E also works with that. So we do E, and this is one of these red dot ones again. 25 minutes left. and 19 questions with 20 more to go when we have answered this one. But they do seem to get progressively harder. But this one is not that hard. I think this is traveling one. This looks like you're playing snake. If we start up here and we say this is the snake and it's just 2 red dots long, it goes 1 to the side. It would be here, goes 1 more to the side, so the end of it would be here, and it would appear down here, for instance, because that's consistent. And it goes here, here, that's the end, that's the snout of the snake, and here, so there would be 1 here and 1 up here. Nope, this one. Down there, up there. Down there, up there. A flower 1 again. So the first thing we notice is 3 colors in row A and row B. Red, blue, green. Red, blue, green. And then so it's red, probably. But then we also have the added thing of this other thing going on. What's that? So that is this one, and that one is the same, but they are angled differently. And there's one more here that has that. Let's call that the tower, maybe. It's I don't know, the bishop. It looks a little bit like a bishop. So there's a bishop, 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 and so 3 bishops, and in each color as well, actually. Then we take this one, we call that like the arrow. We call that the arrow. So we have 1, 2, but not 3, but it could be an arrow down here as well. And then this one, let's call it a flower, because it looks the most like a regular flower. We have 1 of those in green, 1 in red, and 1 in blue. They actually go in a sort of line. So it could be one of this one, like a arrow one, and it would have to be red. And we have 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. And so what orientation are we going for? How do we know the orientation? So let's take the green arrow here. How do we know the orientation of that? It goes down like that. This one also goes down like that. This one also goes down like that. And those are the only 2 that share that. This one goes down, this one goes down. What if... Okay, look at this. So this one goes that one, and then this one also goes that way. So if the blue one is consistent with that pointing in sort of that direction, so the bishop is looking in this sort of... I hope I'm recording the mouse, otherwise it looks like complete gibberish what I'm saying. So if that's pointing upwards, we could have C, which also points upwards. And I think I'm going with that in the interest of actually, because I'm approaching like a minute for each one of the rest ones, so the precision will have to suffer a little bit. If it looks alright, we'll just do it. A cross on all of them, a circle on all of them, a one where it's all the way out and closer, but not all the... Oh, it's actually all the way out, and it becomes a circle, and it's kind of squeezed together. So here it's getting squeezed together, and it's getting squeezed into like a small ball, but there's none of those. It's A, because it's not getting squeezed into small ball, it's getting... Is that right? A? If I take this and I push it this way, and I take this, and I push it this way, and I take that, and push it this way, and I take this, and I push it that way, and I shrink it, I do get A. So we do A. Oh, so now this is hieroglyphs or something. What's going on? So what's going on? So what's going on? So we have, let's forget about the red stuff. So we have this one, this one, this one. We have three symbols, and then probably it would be the last symbol here, which would be this one. So this one. That kind of feels like, so it's this set shape here, so it's this one or that one or that one. So what's going on with the rest? In each one we have one that is no circle and a red, two red, and one of them is a circle and one of them is a square, non-circle square, non-circle square, so it's a square, so it's a square, so it is this one. So what? They look like we have three with a sort of rounded bottom, but we have five with a flat bottom, so that doesn't work. What about the answers? This one feels very wrong. Why does that feel wrong? This one also feels very wrong. This one feels wrong because we already have three with the rounded edge, and none of the rounded edges are at the top. And let's see, we have two that are like a basket, and we have two with a hole in the middle. So it could be a basket, so it could be this one, but I don't like the rounded one, and it could also be this one. This one is, and this, so this has a hole in the bottom. It could, and we already have the square here, so I'm not thinking it's the square. So I think hole, hole, and hole, angle, 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 angle. We are just going with E. Okay, and we have three shapes in each row. Boom, 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 boom. So it's a triangle. But we have three triangles to choose from. So we get some more clues. We have colored in blue, circle blue outside. Colored in blue, circle blue outside. Circle blue outside, circle blue inside, colored in blue inside triangle, which we have as C. So we're doing that. What is this? I have to speak and be relaxing. Relaxing, thinking. What's going on? This looks like a volume knob. It can be turned. Has 4 different positions. Some of them white, some of them black. What if it's of what if like we add them together, so these is like minus times minus plus, so this would become that, and then minus minus becomes this, and then it would be to make this, we would have white. We would have a white one. And where is the dot in the white one? I have all possible locations to choose from. These two are the same, and these two are the same. So this could be the same as this one. And then those two also the same, and they're drawn along the same. They're drawn along the same. This one could be if we're extending the grid. So I'm thinking we need just one more of these, which is F. One line, 3 lines, 3 lines, 3 lines, symbol, 2 lines, 1 line, symbol, 1 line, symbol. And what's this A line is turning. It's becoming that. 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 So if that's consistent, we would need just a line here. So the rest of it, do we have? First of all, do we have any that are like that? We do. We have this and that. So if that's the correct assumption, it's G or D. And what if it's like a clock, because this one's turning around the middle one, the long line is turning around the middle one. What if these ones, the short ones on the left and the right, are turning around, not the middle one, but the one so that would mean, let's take this, the left one, it's here, and it would turn in the same way, and it would turn in the same way, but then now it's turning all the way down, it's turning in the same way, and then it becomes part. So this line is not, so this line is formed out of, and then this line here is formed out of this and this, or this and this, actually. So it's actually 2 lines, and then it goes back to be 2 lines, to be this one and be this one, and then it goes straight and then goes straight up. So then it would turn all the way down, and this would turn all the way up. So that's D. So we do D. Another one of these looks like cancellation. This one added to this one leaves us with the bottom and the top, and everything we write on top of each other we cancel out. We do the same here, cancel this out, add that, gets this one, cancel this, add that, gain triangle, and up, which is D. Quick answer, but okay, this is new. These are all new things. These are all new things, and these are very complicated as well. So let's see, we have in the top one, if we take, for instance, the blue thing here, and then we have a square, and then we have, I don't know which one of these to focus on. Let's focus on the green cross. So this one we have here, this one we have here, and the green cross we also have here. So if we take that as one of the symbols, and it has to repeat on all of them, then here we have the the square, and the green cross, and then we would need the blue thingy here. And which one of the blue thingies? We have 3. So here it has a heart shape. No, not diamond shape from the card game. And we put a circle around it. And we put a cross on top of it. Circle around it. Cross on top of it. Hearts around it. Cross on top of it. Hearts around it. Circle around it. And I wanted this one. That looks good. And here looks like a mutating one. So for instance, this one, we make it bigger in these ones, it becomes this one. You know, that doesn't make any sense. We take this one, it's not one of those you don't draw, we don't cancel. But this one uses this one to become that one, and it does that because it's angled. So you angle this one. I wanted it to be a big cross because this is big, but that doesn't work apparently. So it maintains the size, but it doesn't maintain the angle. So we angle, it becomes that one. This one maintains the size and becomes squiggly, like that. This line is the same as that line, so that actually makes sense. And if this maintains the size, becomes squiggly. For some reason A looks better to me, but it doesn't maintain the size. And it is squiggly. So we have B, F, and H. So which one? So which one of these has this sort of S one? It's not. Is it B? It's not B. It's F, and this one is actually mirrored, so it's F. So what is this? This is one where what do we do? What are we doing? We are taking a thing. We have a thing. What are we doing? We are. Is this boring to listen to? I hope it is, so it can bore you to sleep. This one here contains both of these, and this one here contains both of these. If we take this one, if we take the middle one and put it inside the inner thing, we do get that. If we take this one, shrink it, put it in here, we do get that. If we take this one, shrink it, put it in here, we would get E. Take this one, shrink it, put it in, get E. So it's E, it's E. This is new. We have a square, we have a oval shape, one of these shapes, one of these shapes, one of these shapes, one of these shapes, and then a thing in the middle that also contains a lot of the same stuff. So it's not going to be B, it's not going to be F, it's not going to be G. It's not going to be A, we already have that, looks wrong. Not going to be E because it's angled, none of these things are angled. Could be C, I don't believe in G. Could be D. It's not, I think it's C or D, so let's figure out which. So if we are making a circle with this, like, I mean, we have all the pieces to make a circle. Or it could be a mutating one where we take this and it's like an elastic band, we draw it and we pull on it and it becomes this. So this shape travels that way, and that's consistent with that. And it's go up and down. This one not sure about. Up. So that would actually be D. And we have to be really fast, so we'll just go D. And what's going on? So we angle this thing. And we do, what do we do? We have two of these, but they are angled differently. Two of these angled differently. Only one of these. Two of these angled differently and cross. So that's not it. It looks more like the one. It looks like if we take this, turn it becomes that, maintain the rest, get this one from turning that, and turning this becomes this one. Would turn that becomes that. Turn. Then there we would have to assume that this is two short lines. Then we could turn the lower part of it to make that, and then we would have to turn the upper part of it to make a sort of square, angled square, which is A. Oh, we're not getting done with this in time. No. What are we doing here? So it's what's going on? I'm just going to not verbalize this so much. What is this? Angled. It's one of these. It's one of these. This one we can make from these two. This one we can make from these two, and we add these together, we get this. This one, it's the volume knob thing, but now it has stuff on the outside. 3 of these. 1 plus 1 is 2. 3 outside, 2 outside, 2 inside, 2 outside. I have to answer something. It's not that, it's not that, it's not that, it's not that, it's not that. So it's this or this. And this one is the most cheeky, so we do that. It's just mostly just a guess. I skip this one. I have no idea. I'll just skip this one. I have no idea. I'll just see if there's some of these I can, where I have some sort of idea. No. Okay, we do this one. It's like a traveling one. I don't know. We have 3 minutes left. So this goes. These are gray. Like there is some sort of system in this. And G is not it, but is this like it's a mirror thing? Am I mirroring this thing here with this to get that? But then how am I mirroring that? Like that should be in the center to get that. Also like this one, I mean, what am I supposed to get from this? I'll take something. Okay, and these look like graphs. So it's a graph 1 green, 2 green, 3 green, 2 red, 1 red, 2 red, 1, 1, 2. So it looks like it's graphs of values, like a pillar diagram. And long line from top. They have orientations. This one is normal. This one is angled against the left. This is angled against the right. Against left, against right, upwards, upwards, right. So one angled left, like A, E, G, and D. Quickly. What do we have? We have 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 2, 3 with blue, and we have 1. So it could be a 1 with 2 red, a 1 with a 2 red, 2. So it could be A. Do we have any else with 2 red that are angled like that? No, so we're just saying A. No clue. The grid, the gray part of the grid is being drawn 1 square at a time, 1 dot at a time, but that doesn't help me because all the answers have that pattern. Any one of these where I have any sort of idea? No. We'll just answer something. Answer something. Oh, okay. Okay. So now it's time for the reveal. How many did we get correct? And do I believe I could have done this any better at all if I, for instance, wasn't recording it? I don't. Maybe, I don't know. Let's take a look. Oh, 135. That's surprising. So that's actually a pretty good score. So apparently, according to this very simple test, I'm among the top like 2%, and I think we can very clearly see here that it's like a very limited test, because if you do like the full IQ test, they will have a bunch of different type of puzzles. So we word puzzles as well, I believe, and where they were always the same. Find the pattern, and then we identified like what the cancellation. We identified some mirroring, some traveling, some mutation. Like, and those were sort of the same stuff. Almost all of them were made with the same sort of how to say tools. So it's actually like a super limited part of pattern recognition that's going on here, and so I don't think that I would get anything near this one if it was, for instance, if they included anything like in a full test. If I was taking one and they would include anything that was like find the pattern in a non-closed system, I would get none of those correct, and which would severely impact my score. And so even though I'm pretty happy with this one, I don't put that much stock into it because it is a very limited thing that we can in any way see that this is testing. It's just a very limited sort of pattern recognition, but it was fun, and I hope you had fun as well, and I hope that you liked that I tried a different kind of video from what I normally do. And if you don't, put it in the comments and say, just go back to the chess. It's completely fine. This channel is for you. It's for your relaxation. And but if you feel, it's fun to take a little detour once in a while and do something else, you can also put that in the comments. Feedback's always super welcome, because what I want to do is make content that you like, that works for you, that's relaxing for you, and or interesting, or So thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a very nice time, and I hope that I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.